This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Last outing for Phoenix, the loss to Denver. And boy, they really got humiliated at home. They got flat out dominated in that game, guys.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
They get the rebound, and it's Ayton missing. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, GA?
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to talk earlier with Boston's head coach. He told me they'll be looking to stretch the defense with their ability to knock down shots from deep. He said success on the outside will translate to success on the inside. Sounds like instead of going inside out, they're going to go outside in. Interesting. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And he makes that one. At this point of the year, right before the playoffs, Doris, is anyone really playing at 100%? And is anyone really healthy?
Kevin, it's an interesting question because the 82-game season is a real grind. And inevitably, there's bumps and bruises, sometimes more serious injuries. The key is, can teams find the appropriate balance between being rested and being ready? And some coaches will tell you they'd rather be rested than ready. But Jaylen Brown getting better and better in pick-and-roll situations. There's a real willingness to give up the basketball.
Taken away by Williams. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
Oh, Marcus Smart, a tenacious defender, which doesn't always show up, I think, sometimes, Doris, on the statistical sheet after the games.
Well, and in fact, Kevin, different teams have different defensive metrics trying to measure that impact. All you have to do, though, with Marcus Smart is watch the guy work on that end. The way he tracks the play, the way he anticipates, just the energy he brings on the defensive end changes the equation.
Ayton. They can't stop the run with that one.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Back to Brown. Tatum on the wing. Just fine on the clock. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got his third basket of the night.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here. Have the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they've played together as a unit over this last stretch.
Here's Brown. Following the basket by DeAndre Ayton. And taken away by Paul.
2 minutes remaining in the
And here we go. Paul heading to the hoop. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
Boy, how about the finish by Kevin Durant? Just gets up with such ease.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. And a new group in for the Celtics. Celtics leading by 9. Pass to Muscala. Back to Tatum. The turnaround Jay. The shot, no good. So Phoenix will take it the other way. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
Now here's White. Following the shot by Kevin Durant. Back to Williams. Double team on Williams. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Brogdon. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
The assist.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
To the paint. Here's Durant. And Paul launches it from deep. Off target with his three. Here's the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Outside Tatum. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Celtics substitution.
And the Celtics with possession here. They set the pick. No good that time. Some solid defense from Ayton. And here is Paul. No points in the game yet for him. KD's shot is good.
There's a level of floor awareness that has always been innate to Chris Paul. What a pretty find.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Boston shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
We talk about high-effort players. Well, Derek White embodies that very description. Always working hard, always looking to outwork his opponent.
What a performance for Jason Tatum.
17. And please give a big round of applause for your song.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Well, when KD asked out, you knew the Nets would get a king's ransom. Perhaps the biggest star trade we've seen in decades. But with KD on this team, they are right in the thick of it as far as contending.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Williams a screen. Here's Brown. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's on Kevin Durant.
And Jaylen Brown is such a force on the offensive end. Hard to keep that guy out of the paint. Terrific finisher at the rim.
And maybe the only weakness for Brown is his handle on the ball.
And it's something that he's worked on every offseason. Still, though, susceptible to turnovers while dribbling. But it's one of the very few weaknesses in his game.
Here's Williams. And Durant sends it back.
This is probably the aspect as his career has gone on where Kevin Durant has improved the most. The defensive end, he is a real factor.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Williams with the block.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
And it's Brown missing.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Well, that is inexcusable. That kind of shot selection won't do them any good.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, Marcus Smart is not shy with his philosophy. He says it takes little talent to play defense, but a whole lot of want to. Get every 50-50 ball, take charges, be a great teammate, compete, never be okay with losing. Kevin, he has always walked the walk, too.
He has. As a player of the year, he's a terrific player. No question about it. David, thank you.
Well, the length and athleticism of DeAndre Ayton make that an easy opportunity.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Booker. Suns moving the ball around. Here's Ayton. Back to Paul. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Checking in for the Celtics, Malcolm Brogdon.
And the Celtics with possession here. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
Outside, Smart. There's the drive. In the corner, Tatum with it. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Tatum's got the lead up to 13 now for the Celtics. Back to Ayton. And Durant launches from deep. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. Miss number 6 for him. He's made 2 of his 8 attempts.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And finished off by Horford.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. I think it's a conversation.
And it's the Celtics ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Brogdon. The shot from the low post is good. Brogdon's got his second basket of the night.
Well, the dribble drive from Malcolm Brogdon is one of the key aspects to balance that pretty perimeter game. What a nice move.
Ball outside. Ayton trying to break free. Phoenix no good that time either. Inside. Here's Williams. And it's Williams with the jam.
Malcolm Brogdon has been rock solid since he won the Rookie of the Year award. This guy's capable as a scorer, and what a pretty pass there. Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy, just struggling to make shots right now.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Five on the clock. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
And then Durant with the jam.
How about the explosiveness from Kevin Durant? What injury? Forget about that, folks. Up and off his feet.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Celtics out in front as they end the second quarter with a massive 16-6 run. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Paul with the ball, and it's Horford picking him up. KD's shot is off. Celtics leading by 17. And Greg, up and down this Celtics roster, so many of their key players were drafted by the Boston Celtics.
And Tatum and Brown at the core, but also credit to their front office. Rare to find a powerhouse built from homegrown talent.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That'll be his second foul of the game. And here are the Suns now. Outside Durant. Over in the corner, Paul. Back to Durant.
If you're going to play for this team, you've got to be willing to mix it up on the defensive end. And Jason Tatum gets in the space of the shooter. That's nice.
Down low. And it's Williams finishing it off.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Back to Paul. From deep three-point range. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. And the Suns making a change here. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Bounce pass from Smart. Here's Brown. And he drives in.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Durant wide open, he fires. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And many thought Horford's days were over after his OKC stint, but showed he can still be a difference maker in Boston. And boy, was he a huge part of their finals run.
Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Boston, no good that time either.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Count it. Horford may not be as consistent as he once was, but Greg, he shows up when you need him the most.
You know, he had several big games for the Celtics in the postseason. Great shooter who can really space the court for you. Still also a top-level defender at the rim. And he helped define their interior defense.
Here's Paul going inside. Here's Biyombo. They recover it. Tries to save it. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And Phoenix has possession. Pass to Paul. 5 to shoot. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
Chris Paul not only has a great handle, but man, his footwork is so good.
To the middle. Williams. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Booker fires from way outside. KD, that's for 2. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. KD's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, if you leave someone that wide open, Derek White will put it on time and on target.
This Suns squad struggling.
And one thing that stands out about this Celtics unit is their defensive ability. They've got a lot of skill on that end of the floor.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
You're right. Defense, it's been terrific for him. This Boston team, GA, certainly has a talent for holding back their opponent's shots and really defending well.
And Kevin, they put a lot of energy into pressuring shooters, making sure guys can't find easy looks. They don't want to give away anything for free.
For 3, Durant.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Brogdon outside.
Suns foul.
And that 50-40-90 club, man, it is small. And how about Malcolm Brogdon joined it back in 2019?
Well, consider the active players who have done it. It's Malcolm, as you just said, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and Steph Curry. I would say that's pretty good company. And if you look all time, the rest on the list are a bunch of Hall of Famers.
we're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Pass to Pritchard. Boston, no good that time either. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Now here's Durant. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. 16 points for KD.
You can see that the team relies on Kevin Durant to be consistently productive, and he is delivering.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Boston grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
To the inside. It's White on the wing. It's good from long range. White's got 5 now. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair.
29.
Boston on top, running away with it.
55. Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Here's Pritchard. Down low. Fades away. That shot off the mark. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Greg, you look at a player putting up big numbers on a losing team. How do you determine if those are quality numbers, so to speak?
You know, Kevin, it's a great question because somebody's going to put up points or collect rebounds or get assists. So, you know, you look at efficiency, you look at effort, and there's no doubt that you can have winning players on losing teams. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And then Biyombo with the dunk.
Well, showing off that athleticism is Bismack Biyombo. That's an easy one.
The shot by Brogdon wide open. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
So it's the Celtics now. To the left side wing. Here's Hauser. Off target from three-point range. Here's Okogie. Right side Durant. We know, Greg, the league trending towards small ball, but some teams are having success playing two bigs up front.
And I think the key is having versatile big men. If they can space the floor and play in space, also be able to cover smaller players, why not get the added rebounding and rim protection?
And that one's good, Brogdon.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and hitting them up.
Some changes for Boston.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Booker outside. Outside for KD. Here's Biyombo. And it's Biyombo with the jam.
Well, we think of Durant as a naturally gifted scorer. Fact is, this guy understands how to get his teammates open.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns.
Substitution for your Suns. Damian Lee. Cameron.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Lee left side. Williams with the steal. Brown trying to free himself up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
Well, you like the level of aggression right there from Jason Tatum. Committed to scoring on the interior and draws the contact.
And Jason Tatum seems, GA, like he's on the verge of being a superstar in the league.
And Kevin, some would say he is already there. It feels like he's going to win an MVP in the next 5 years. He's already shown he can lead a team to the finals.
Brown wide open, he fires. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Pass to Tatum. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. The kick out to Brown. And he's good on the three ball.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Celtics.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And when you look at the season for these guys, they have amassed a lot of wins, 57, and adding in tonight, it'll make it 58.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jason Tatum.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
To the wing on the left, and Horford wide open. He shoots. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Paul, no one around him. From outside, off the mark. Tatum looking around. Uncovered. It's hauled in by the Suns. Paul outside. 3-pointer. And Tatum pulls it down. From deep. It's off. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look